It's ridiculous. All right, so is this your first time?
Yeah.
So this is her first time. This is Tim's wife, Kellie Maietta. Let's give her a really big hand, all right? Yeah.
Woo! Put it behind you.
Oh. Okay, I'm just gonna get the embarrassment out of the way and do some impressions. So Irish, top of the morning, Maddie. Scottish, top of the morning, Lassie. And my favorite, Australian, top of the morning, matey. Anyone watch The Golden Bachelor? I feel like it's a lot easier to say to get to as part of that age. So I'm in my midlife crisis era. Being 40 is some weird phenomenon where my brain thinks I'm still in my 20s, but my body is like, nope. Like, sometimes I think I can hop over the car console and my body's just like, bitch, you're 40. I remember hearing my grandparents saying that they have to leave before it gets dark. I thought, that's what headlights are for. But forgetting where you're going in the dark is so much harder. I, unlike a lot of comedians, grew up in a small town, a tad bit spoiled and definitely sheltered, the baby of the family. Now, don't throw the eggs at me yet. Now I've got secondhand trauma. I was not prepared at all to hear my in-laws call their kid cocksucker. Unreal. I mean, good parents call them asshole. I don't know where I'd be in my 40s, but this ain't it. I've learned some anxiety management tricks though. One, you say bubbles softly. Bubbles, bubbles, bubbles. Another one, I heard an acronym for TWAT. This is gonna replace see you next Tuesday. It's there we are then. And don't ruin this for me, you know. Be careful who you say it around, but it fits into conversations a lot easier. You heard of telekinesis? Well, I say mental note. I'm thirsty. Just suggest things and it just shows up. It's called telekinesis. He thinks his name is mental note. I'll end with my first ever joke, probably, that I wrote in 5th grade for a school assignment. Where do dogs go on vacation? Arkansas. So 5 years later, I walk into my high school class, and the fucking kids repeating the joke, trying to make fun of me. And I'm like, thinking to myself, yeah, who's the lame one? The one who said this joke? Or the one that fucking remembered it 5 years later? There we are then.
I like how she ended it with "There we are." Yeah. Call back to a joke she did prior. That was good. Actually.
That was great for your first time.
Just keep getting
Better than my first time.
Just keep getting up there. It's easier.
Yeah, Tim, was your first time at Comedy Nirvana
Yeah.
tonight? So I saw your first time, didn't I?
Yeah.
That was interesting. I did. It's funny, she shook more than you usually do.
I was saying earlier, I think he's faking because I think he's just nervous all the time.
Going through life nervous. All right, guys. Here, Tim Maietta. It's Kellie's husband. We call it Kellie's husband.
Is Emily here?
Outside.
Okay. I forget it. Alright, I'm just gonna run through some cards here. Alright. So I saw a SWAT team on my Ring doorbell earlier. I know it showed everyone in front of my house. Ended up flushing $4,000 in cocaine. They didn't even show up on my property. Turns out just turns out my new neighbor is black. They say you shouldn't speak ill of the dead. Why not? That seems like the best time. They can't even defend themselves. Watch. My grandmother was a cunt. See, if I'd said that when she was alive, I would have gotten punched in the face. I wasn't not going to say it. Thanks to my Parkinson's, I can't even play video games anymore. All my friends have a Twitch account. I just have a Twitch. I'm considering doing a Hitler impersonation. One of these days I'll pull the trigger. My wife asked me if I would suck a random dick for $1 million. Yes, but you gotta find somebody who wants to fuck my face enough to pay $1 million to do it. And make sure they don't haggle, because I don't want to know how low it'll go. She immediately says, 100,000? Yup. Speaking of, I'm tired of the LGBT plus agenda making everything about them. If my bros and me want to spend the weekend in an Airbnb platonically blowing each other as friends, I mean, it's not gay, it's male bonding. Kellie wrote that one. People keep threatening to report me to GLAD. What do I care? I don't even drunk drive. My therapist keeps trying to get me to come into the office instead of on Zoom. He says face-to-face is better. But that's what the priest said about confession. And fool me once. If you give somebody a coupon for a blowjob, you need to honor it. Like, no more lame excuses. Void on Tuesday, my parents are in the room, you're violating their restraining order. In high school drama club, I tried out for the role of Romeo, but I was ended up assigned the job of lighting the stage. So when you hear me talk about going away to college, it's code for being in prison for arson. Lighting the stage. Pro tip, as a comedian, it's not a big deal if you forget to clear your browser history. No dear, I was searching for 2 girls, 1 cup, but with dudes, for a joke. It's research. I just found out I had scoliosis. Too bad when they had it named scoliosis, scurvy was already taken, because that's the perfect description. What's wrong with my back? Scurvy. Scurvy. Ah, fuck. Is it still brainwashing if the subject has amnesia? Either way, if you recognize my butler, keep it to yourself. I don't need my wife's permission to do things. I just check in with her because I overcommit myself. But I'm really glad she said it was okay for me to come out tonight, guys. Both of my friend's parents were immigrants with broken English. His mom was from China and his dad was from Mexico. Even though his mom cooked for them every night, it wasn't until college my friend learned that it wasn't actually called IM sauce. Soy sauce, IM sauce. Must suck to be a Thanksgiving person. Christmas people stole in November. Pumpkin pie spice comes out earlier every year. It's not even special. And the world found out that the whole first Thanksgiving story was a myth made up by Big Poultry and the White Devil.
It's a tough room.
I don't know what a financial cliff is, but whenever I hear somebody talk about it, I think I'm like Wile E. Coyote about 7 feet over the edge waiting to notice. No. Last one. Do you guys remember when Trump tried to move the hurricane with a Sharpie?
Mm-hmm.
What made him think he could control the weather? He's not even Jewish. Next, he's going to fire the space lasers. All right, guys, thanks a lot.
I like how the mic is slowly falling, making it look like you were actually growing.
I like when your jokes don't work out. I get to watch you bend over. Nice. This joke's probably already been made like 3 times, but you see the fire department out there?
No, it's watching.
Yeah, they must have heard there's some bombing going on.
They said that joke outside so many times.
I know. I prefaced what I just said doing that. I just saw Sean and Bob talk about it. I thought, hey, maybe I'll say it again. Because like everybody, I guarantee nobody else got that kind of laugh from it, because there wasn't enough people around. All right.
Kelly's pretty much the only person who hasn't bombed in this room today.
Yeah. I think we've all bombed a little. All right. This next guy, he just